Nobody taught you how to handle money. Not your parents, not your school, not anyone. They taught you how to earn it, but earning was never the hard part. The hard part is what happens after the money arrives. And that part nobody prepared you for. And right now that gap is costing you more than you realize. Everyone around you believes the same thing. Making more money and your problems go away. Get a raise? Get a better job? Find a side income? Then you'll be fine. So you chase more hours, more income, more hustle. And when the money comes, it disappears just as fast. More money, same stress, same empty account 2 weeks after payday. And nobody told you why. Because they didn't know either. Think about the last time you got paid, or the last time money came in from any source. For a moment, maybe a few hours, you felt okay, maybe even good. Then slowly, without even deciding to, it started leaving. A bill here, a purchase there, something you told yourself you deserved. And within days, sometimes hours, you were back to watching the number drop, back to that familiar tight feeling in your chest, back to waiting for the next payday to fix it. That cycle has a name, and once you understand it, you can't unsee it. Here's what's actually happening, and this part is not about budgets or spreadsheets. This is about how your brain was wired to think about money before you were old enough to choose. When you were growing up, you absorbed everything around you. How the adults in your life talked about money, how they felt about it, how they used it. If money was always tight, your brain learned that money is scarce, and scarce things should be spent when you have them, because they won't last. If money caused arguments, your brain learned that money is dangerous, and dangerous things should be gotten rid of quickly. If you were rewarded with money, your brain learned that money means love, and you spend love to feel good. You didn't choose these beliefs. You were a child, but they are running your financial decisions right now. Today, as an adult, and here's the part that most people never find out. There's a specific pattern, a deeply psychological one, that keeps people stuck in the earn and lose cycle, no matter how much their income grows. I'll show you exactly what it is. But first, you need to feel how much it's actually costing you. Imagine two people, same job, same salary, same city. 5 years later, one of them has savings, investments, options. The other is one missed paycheck away from panic. Same income, completely different outcomes. The difference was never the money. It was what happened inside their heads when the money arrived. Person A sees money as a tool. Person B sees money as a solution to pain and spends it the moment pain appears. You've probably been person B not because you're irresponsible, because you were never taught the difference. And here is the uncomfortable truth that most financial advice skips completely. Earning more money does not make you better with money. It makes your existing habits bigger. If you spend everything you earn at $3,000 a month, you will spend everything you earn at $10,000 a month. The number changes, the behavior doesn't. Because the behavior comes from the belief and you haven't changed the belief. There are people earning 6 figures right now, living paycheck to paycheck, stressed, embarrassed, confused about where it all goes, because they fixed the income and never fixed the relationship with money underneath it. So what is the pattern? What keeps this locked in place? It's this. Most people use money to manage emotions, not to build a future. You're stressed, so you spend. You're bored, so you spend. You're celebrating, so you spend. And for a moment, it works. The emotion goes away. The pain fades. You'll feel okay until the account balance hits, and then the stress comes back bigger than before. So you work harder to earn more, to cover the gap. And the cycle restarts. Earn, spend, stress. Earn more, spend more. More stress. You're not bad with money. You're using money for a job it was never designed to do. Now here is the second truth that will be harder to sit with. The system you grew up in was not designed to make you financially free. It was designed to make you a reliable consumer. School taught you to get a job, not to build wealth, not to understand compounding, not to think like an owner. The economy needs people who earn and spend, not people who earn and keep. So you were never taught saving psychology. You were never taught what money does when it sits still and grows. You were never taught that the gap between earning and spending is where freedom lives. You were taught to work hard and then spend what you worked for and then work again. That is not a path to freedom. That is a loopy, and you are in it. So here's the one shift, just one, that breaks the loop. Before you spend any money that comes in, you move a fixed amount somewhere you cannot easily touch it, not what's left over at the end of the month. The first thing before anything else, even if it's small, even if it feels pointless at first. The amount is not what matters in the beginning. The decision is what matters, because that decision changes your identity, and identity changes everything. Here is why this works at the psychological level. When you save first, before spending, your brain receives a new signal. Not I spend what I earn. I keep what I earn. I am someone who keeps money. That identity, even in its smallest form, begins to change how you make every other financial decision. You start noticing what you spend on. You start feeling a small resistance before unnecessary purchases. Not because you forced yourself, but because it conflicts with who you now believe you are. The emotion spending loop weakens because you have something to protect now. And as the number grows, even slowly, something changes in how you feel about yourself. Not proud, not rich, just safe. For the first time, picture yourself 1 year from now. Not wealthy, not retired, but for the first time, you are not afraid of the end of the month. You are not checking your balance with that tight feeling in your chest. You have a number that is yours, that grew quietly while life happened around it, that nobody gave you, that you kept. And from that position, you start to see options you couldn't see before. You say no to things that cost you peace. You say yes to things that used to feel out of reach. You stop making decisions from fear and start making them from choice. That version of you is not far. It's one habit away. Remember what I said at the very beginning. Nobody taught you how to handle money. They taught you how to earn it. And earning was never the hard part. The hard part is what happens after the money arrives. And now, for the first time, you know what to do with it. Not because someone gave you a budget template, but because you finally understand what was actually going wrong. You are using money to feel okay in the moment, instead of using it to make the future okay that ends now. If you choose it, you were never bad with money. You were just never taught.